You guys got back from Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I just wanted to let you know about the deck that I used over there. It's Mermail, Atlantean, or whatever you want to call it. I'm using a different engine in Genex. It is one of the names I kind of give it for as compulsory penguin. You see why we get the traps. So you can see here 3 penguins, royal bitch, 2 mini decks, pointing out tons of XYZs. Yeah, don't work around that majorly. And then you got 3 Abyssland. Kind of a nice card to have 3 of for this deck. So got 3 Abyss Spike. Nice to toss and search level 3 one monster into your hand. You got 2 Megalos. You're running 3 Deep Sea Diva. Some people are running 2, but I found that 3 is really nice, especially if I need to pull out like a gachi really quickly. Instead of trying to just do it with a Penguin Soldier with a Deep Sea Diva, so it's just a little harder to do. So yeah, 2 Dragoons, because they're running with the engine I'm using is not really an engine, it's a backup plan, and it's pretty much just blowing stuff back to people's hands. Got Atlantean the next one. Been a long day, so put up with me for right now. Yeah, 2 Atlantean Marksman. I think 2 is really good to run, because if you're running 3, you're going to pull that card a little too much, in my opinion. Instead of something else instead of another card you could be pulling, say, a compulsory to evacuation device. Which is why my deck is called, I'm doing compulsory penguin for mermails. It's kind of the engine / backup plan on instead of having a genex thing going on. So yeah, of course 3 compulsories. Popping stuff back to the hand, like combined with penguin and compulsory, and just at different intervals in the duel, was proved really brutal to like various decks. And if we were still playing like the 2-1 or sweep kind of thing, then I would have done really a lot better at the tournament. But we're just doing wins at the locals, so level bringer. I'm proud to say that I never got swept, which was if I did lose, and that's if I did. To Uniforce, Unidimensional Prison. So basically, this is more of a back row version of the Mermail deck that won the WTS Seattle. It's running some of the same core stuff, but I'm running, as you can see, more mills and traps than 2 Starlight Roads, when before that was 2 Abyss Spheres. You got 1 Solemn Judgment, which I kind of noted, and several other people did, that Solemn Judgment was just kind of a little bit more versatile, but you are cutting half your life points, so it can hurt you a little, just as much as it can help you, but it's just versatile, and that's why I use it instead of Solemn Warning, or any Solemn Warnings, because I got negate for special summons for 2,000 each time, but eventually it's going to be like, Solemn Warning's nice, but I prefer the one run Self Judgment. There you go. Now, Polymeros, run 2-part dualities, because eventually, like, when starting or towards the end of the duel, if you run out of a hand a little bit, your opponent's been running you pretty hard. Then, if you can't special summon anyway, if you know you're not going to be able to that turn, then you can play it safe, like so penguin soldiers or abyssal defense or whatever you want to do. It's not defense, of course. And then play pot, just pick another card up and then end your turn if you're comfortable with how things are. I'm not saying that'd be all you do. So you're running 3 MSTs, a heavy, Monster Reborn, and a Dark Roll. And I'm running 2 salvage. 1 salvage in this deck is really nice. 2 for consistency was what I've found to prove a lot better running just 2 of it. You can run 3, but I mean I can't imagine you having to with part of avarice in there and just the way this deck runs. If you're running 3 salvage, it's just a little too much in my opinion. I know I've tried it. It doesn't work the way I want it to, so I choose 2. And it works just fine. You got extra deck. You got 1 Zemnanes to revive them, and then you gotta get. Then you're gonna get Lever Sea Dragon, which is nice in case your opponent's gonna remove anything on you. The person holding your things. Amazingly, the person I expected to do it was actually switch it up and use Sakuretsu, so I might switch Lever out, but it's whatever. Mermail Biscayos. If for some reason I'm gonna pull out, this hasn't happened yet, but I've only done 1 tournament, so you can pull out like 2 Megalos, and Mermail Biscayos is really nice to pull out. It may not work on XYZs because it works on levels for its effect, but it can hurt someone trying to pull out like 6 AM stuff. Any deck running heavily on synchros at all. So for the Gachi Gentetsu, very nice to pair up with if you can do 2 pull that out. I actually pulled out Gachi Gentetsu. Someone torrential. This still. Actually, no, that's not right. This came out. It sat there for 1 turn amazingly because I just trapped them out. Yeah, just depressioned them, Mirror Forced them. So there's nothing he could have countered it. So Bahamut Shark pulled out next turn, and with Bahamut Shark the way it was, this made this a 3,000 meter, and I ran over a 29 meter, and I won that. I won that in particular duel. So there's those. Let's see, let's get this up. Nah, I didn't. Alright, so I got Bahamut Shark. And you're gonna get like a Abyss Dweller. It's a nice card to lock your opponent up if they're using heavily relying on effects from the grave. So actually, mirror match. I might actually try and get a second one of these and just lock up a Mermail. Just in the case of like Bisland in the grave, which is really nice. Just out. Got Mistworm for Synchro. Stalos Dragon. Because we're in Starlight Red and all that, so. Red Dragon All-Train. Really nice against like somebody who's running a really high defensive deck. It just kind of runs them over because it blows up all their other defensive monsters. So then you got Thought Ruler. Use Thought Rule today just for ran over a 26 beater with like this is 27. Gained 2,600 light points. So at the end of that duel, I was sitting over 10,000. Yeah, my opponent had just dropped completely dead in 2 or 3 turns. So I just managed to put it back real quick. You got Black Rose Dragon. just for blowing up the field. I literally had a nuke fight with a Blackwing deck today. I mean, one torrential, one this. I mean, and of course, I'm running 2 Starlights, and that's the one time I didn't draw them. It sucked, but hey, I still won. Yeah. Iron Chain Dragon. I mean, I could have run a different 6-stars, but Iron Chain Dragon for a little bit of mill. And, I mean, it's a nice cheap freaking card that, like, does 3-card mill on your opponent's deck. Now, it can hurt you if you're playing other various combinations of deck where you've actually helped your opponent draw something, like, say they draw Monster Reborn. Next turn, they can use sent the really strong monster in the grave. Well, you're kind of fucked, but that, and you got Magical Android. Kind of looking for a Catastor, but no one seems willing to trade any of them right now. But Magical Android is actually a nice backup. And plus I gain life points, and I can just sit there putting in life points while they sit there fussing. So we have somebody stalling. Pull out the 5-star. Pull out the 5-star here. I'm not going to stall out. Just gain life points the entire time if they're not attacking you the entire time, which some people tried doing at my tournament. Love doing this. Just pop that out. Just for one match, and that was just glorious. Loved it. Again, I had like over 10,000 at the end, so. That's my deck for today. Catch you later. Bye.